Good morning. So I just want to go just an overview of today's analysis. We are going to start with DXY. I've already done the analysis, so I'm just going to just highlight what I'm expecting to see and stuff like that. So today the market is more clear than yesterday, and here this is the weekly time frame. We took these liquidities and took this one as well. We came here, made a small market, a micro market structure, creating a fair value gap here, making this low. This was yes, making this low. This low. We mitigated that fair value gap and then came and took this liquidity. And now once we took this liquidity, we are looking to now continue our bullish structure. Okay. Yes. You see, once you zoom out, you can see we are bullish. See this big range. We were just having a tiny pullback, and I think we finished our taking liquidities. And once we've taken this one, I'm looking for buys today. I mean, this week, I'm looking for a reversal here for buys. So on the daily, we can see it's a bit clear. Price came down, mitigated this fair value gap, which is also on the weekly, came and took out this low, which was also on the weekly. We've just marked it. Took that low, and now we are looking to start buying. My first target is here, my second target is there. So I think that's that. At least once we resume the trend, it will be easier for our entries now, because you see we have been consolidating for the longest, like the whole of this year. In the weekly and the monthly, we've just been consolidating. See, even on the monthly, it's for the last 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, what, almost 1 year. Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, so I'm looking for buys this week on the DXY, and on the 1 hour, I've already marked this out. This is the low that we took. In the daily, this was the low that we took here, and then we made a market structure shift, and then we resumed the trend. You see, so here if we zoom out, we can see last week on Wednesday, that's when we made a market structure here. On Thursday, we made a market structure shift to start buying, and as we can see, we've made higher low, because it's higher than this one, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. So that is a consolidating kind of structure, and considering that it's Sunday, that doesn't count. And then we made a higher low yesterday, and now we've made a higher high because it's higher than this one. So we are looking for a fair value gap to form, and then we start mitigating, and then we enter via our order flows. Okay, so once we know that, when we come to the euro, it's literally the inverse. So on our euro, we can see this was our previous target last week's target, but this target was hit on the DXY, and hence showing us that we are reversing. So once it was hit, this one has no use for us anymore, because this liquidity has already been taken on the DXY. And remember, DXY and EU are sisters. So if DXY takes a liquidity, and let me just hope you are able to see it clearly. This is the liquidity we are talking about. Hope you can see it. This one, it's this liquidity. So you see, price came, mitigated a fair value gap, and then came and took it out. Once it took it, we assume even on the Euro USD, price has no reason to come and take this liquidity, if at all it has taken on the DXY. Okay, so that means there is no more liquidity to take on the buy side, and now we are currently bearish. On the daily, let's see. So what I normally like to do is plot out prior week high, prior week low, so that I can see where we are headed. Can just get rid of this now. And also this. So now I know we are currently bearish. We have no reason to come back and take this liquidity, because the DXY already took this liquidity. Okay, this is like the SMT divergence on the higher time frames. So I've marked out buy side liquidity, yesterday's buy side and sell side. That is yesterday's high and yesterday's low. And you can see we are clearly very bearish, currently mitigating this fair value gap. So I'm expecting a fair value gap to form to show that we are fully going down. So I'll just wait for another fair value gap to form, maybe an entry in the New York, and then we'll see how it goes. Excuse me. On GU, on the weekly, the liquidity that needed to be taken was this one. So these ones had no use. Because this one has already been taken. It took this liquidity, formed a market structure, and on the weekly, we didn't mitigate a fair value gap so that we can take this liquidity. We just took it, and now we are looking for a reversal. We can target even this fair value gap as we come down. So I can just write this as T1. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Now, since DXY has already confirmed that we are currently bearish, we are not going to spend more time doubting it and questioning it. If we took this was the high that DXY took, and you see it was taken here. We should have been looking for sales. here. So it took this and formed a market structure shift, which led me to believe that we are still buying. But since the liquidity on the DXY had already been taken, I should have known that price will not come here. Okay. And this is also another liquidity that was taken, this high here. It was taken yesterday. Hence, now looking for reversals. This is the high that was taken. This one. This high, Wednesday's high, was taken yesterday. And then, as you can see, we've started forming market structure shift downwards on the 1 hour. We've already formed the fair value curve, so this is also another fair value curve that you would look to enter from. But I'll just be looking for a reversal, a pullback, and then an entry. And on the 15 minutes, the structure was a bit smaller. As you can see, we are forming lower lows and lower highs and lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, mitigation, and all this. So this is my current order block. This is where I'm looking for an entry today, maybe during the New York session. Yes, other than that, I think that's it for today. And all the best in your trading.